Hey guys, it's Tin Man the Nicktoons Fanatic 2001. And I do hope you guys enjoyed my 400th video / 4-year anniversary spectacular. And thank you for all the support I've gotten these past 4 years. So, in this next video, I'm gonna share my thoughts on Tuff Puppy, the X's, and Fanboy and Chum. Before I start, I have lost interest in Fanboy and Chum back in 2022. And then I've lost interest in Tuff Puppy and the X's last week. So, yeah. Now let's get started with my thoughts. First show is Tuff Puppy. Now, about a week ago, I watched I watched one of the SpongeBob DVDs that had the Tuff Puppy episode, and that is this SpongeBob DVD, SpongeBob's Frozen Face Off. Now, the one episode I did watch on this DVD was the Lucky Duck episode. I did rewatch Tuff Puppy on DVD. I was gonna watch it on Paramount Plus, but apparently Paramount Plus must have took it off. So I decided to watch it on DVD, and so that I can give you my opinion on it. But anyway, after watching the Tuff Puppy episode on that DVD, I was like, that was the worst show I've ever rewatched in 12 years. And yes, I did say 12 years, because 12 years ago, I did actually rewatch that show, and I did used to like it. Until I realized it got boring and disappointing by the time I rewatched it. And it does and in Tuff Puppy it features one of the actors from iCarly, I believe. I can't seem to remember the actor's name is. Yeah, I couldn't seem to remember off the top of my head. But he did play as Dudley Puppy from the Tuff Puppy cartoon. So even though I don't like Tuff Puppy, I do. My 5-star rating does go to the actor who played as Tuff Puppy. I thought his voice role was very spot on, like he was doing in funny lines and stuff. I really like that. And the animation and the character design were very spot on. Since it was created by Butch Hartman, and I can appreciate him for that. But the show itself, that's definitely not the best, in my opinion. I don't hate that show as much as I do with Harvey Beaks, Sanjay and Craig, and Brad Winters. But Tuff Puppy is also another show that's no longer in my top list of favorite Nicktoons, since it felt unoriginal and uncreative. It's just not really as creative as the SpongeBob and the Rugrats and Cat Dog. I don't know, never really got back into liking that show very much. And it might also believe that those are the latest Nickelodeon cartoons that I did see trailers of, and I'm growing up. So, I'm not... so, sometimes when I rewatch a show, I may not like them as much as I used to, and it's hard for me to be like, yay, that was an awesome Nicktoon! Like I did in 2012 with SpongeBob. Kind of understandable, so... But anyways, either way, this isn't one of my favorites, along with Harvey Beaks. But I respect your opinion if you do like the Tuff Puppy cartoon. Anyways, with my thoughts on Tuff Puppy off to the side, let's move on to the next show, which is Fanboy and Chum. Now, I did actually used to like Fanboy and Chum years ago. And then, but then I realized that Fanboy and Chum was the first Nickelodeon show to ever make Nickelodeon go downhill Yeah, Fanboy and Chum Chum was the first Nickelodeon show to make the studio kind of go downhill, I guess. I mean, it didn't affect all of the Nickelodeon shows. Like, for me, it didn't affect SpongeBob or anything else, but, you know. It was around Fanboy and Chum Chum when things could turn. So, after that, I have lost interest in Fanboy and Chum Chum, and it's not my favorite show anymore. Same thing with Tuff Puppy. And plus, it did have a lot of bad jokes and not so great storylines and everything else. However, there are some lines in the show that I thought were pretty useful for my personal projects. I thought some of the lines from the show was perfect. So I can use those lines for my personal projects and for my episodes of Toontown Stories. I'm just not gonna recreate the bad storyline from the Fanboy and Chum Chum show because I don't think people would like that very much. Anyway, I did lose interest in Fanboy and Chum Chum, and it's not my favorite cartoon anymore, along with Tuff Puppy and Harvey Beaks. Oh, and of course, Planet Sheen is also another one of my least favorite Nicktoons. So, yeah. I no longer like Fanboy and Chum Chum after a long time of watching it. And then the last show I will be talking about is The X's from Nickelodeon. And now The X's was another Nickelodeon show I was gonna give a try. But after watching that video on YouTube explaining why The X's was not as good as some people said it was, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna skip The X's and watch Horseland instead. Because I actually understood why The X's wasn't that great of a show. And not to mention that it did rip off one of my favorite Pixar films, The Incredibles. Which, in my opinion, is a very good movie directed by Brad Bird. See, The Incredibles I thought was a very good movie. It had a lot of action and, that kind of stuff. But anyway, The X's did have pretty bad animation and pretty bad design of the shows and everything else. And it had no moral to tie it all together. Same thing with Tak and the Power of Juju. So yeah, after watching that video, I've decided, you know what? Instead of giving The X's a try, I'm gonna skip it and replace it with another TV show called Horseland. Since that's the one cartoon that my friend Adam of the Adam on X98 requested me to do. And I'm going to take The X's off the cartoon poster. And then I'll just pretty much say, well, I've lost yet another Nickelodeon show. No big deal for me. But if any of you guys out there like The X's, I can handle your opinion as long as you handle mine back. And same thing with Fanboy and Chum Chum and Tuff Puppy. So, anyway, I think that's about all I have to say about Tuff Puppy, Fanboy and Chum Chum, and The X's. But yeah, before I end this video, my next video that I've waited a while to do will be a DVD opening to SpongeBob's Frozen Face-Off. So yeah, last time I did watch the bonus episodes, but this time I am going to watch all of the SpongeBob episodes, which are Frozen Face-Off, Accidents Will Happen, The Other Patty, Drive Through, The Hot Shot, A Friendly Game, and Sentimental Sponge. those are the episodes that I will be watching on this DVD next time. So do keep an eye out for the DVD opening coming up very soon. And one more little message. There are a few number of Nickelodeon shows that I will not talk about, most likely in the far future. Like iCarly is one of them, and there's another one called Sanjay and Craig, and Breadwinners. Not even Pig Go Banana Cricket is one I'll ever talk about. Because all of those shows that I have mentally blocked out the memories of, every single one of them from start to finish. So yeah. Anyways, I think this video has gone on long enough. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace out, cartoon fanatics.